Hello and welcome back. So joining me on the update 42, which is the patch notes for the anthology arc that's coming, basically the arc of where they've turned around and said, we can't think of anything in particular, so just have everything. So yeah, let's have a little quick look through what we have involved. Introduction, I'm not going to read because it's just a little write-up of telling you what obviously is to come. So yeah, let's jump straight in. So it says lower decks or includes new retrofits or refits, new prime research nodes, 2 new lower deck officers, 32 new missions, battle pass obviously, and 8 new avatars and 5 new frames. As always, we get the frames and so on. And then going to the new retrofits or refits is the first thing that they've sort of decided they want to give us, which, you know, I'm not really sort of complaining about. It's kind of a nice feature. Let me just make this slightly bigger for you so you can actually read some of it. So it says 2 new refits will be introduced with this release. The S31 Discovery refit, which is for players level 21 plus, will increase the officer shards in Discovery recruit chest by 50%, which is quite nice, and add Lorca to the pool of officers, again being quite nice. The salvage refit, which is for players level 39 plus, will increase the amount of Devore Fisher parts from the concentrated Latinum refinery by 100%. It will also open new Latinum refinery options to trade Fisher parts in for regular ship parts based on the Fisher tier level 1 to 9. Will provide 4-star ship parts and tier 10 to 12 5-star ship parts. Obviously, as and when this drops, if I could ask someone to send me some screenshots of that regarding that type of stuff, because I do not have a Fisher, for example. So if you could send stuff of the refinery with regards to that, so I can see what it's actually talking about, that would be quite nice. Moving on, then we have the 3 new high tier faction miners. They all look pretty nice. I'll have to see what they look like in game, but they all do look pretty nice in terms of their ships. One's called Vrax, then you got Mogak, and then you got the USS BT. So the first one is Vrax. Again, they obviously all of the designs are very, very similar to obviously the base sort of generic looks for each faction. But yeah, they all look very nice on the pictures, but we'll see what they look like in game in sort of real time as such. These are for players ops levels 58 and above, as these ships do require you to obviously have a shipyard at level 58. So these are for like obviously very end level sort of players. So it'd be interesting to see how much these cost. I imagine quite a lot, but they do look quite nice. Certainly the BT, that looks pretty nice overall as a survey ship. It does look pretty nice. I think the other two are not too bad, but I think that one definitely takes it for me. Then you got new research. You got a new Syndicate Prime node in the Galaxy Research tab. This is for level 27 plus. Will double the amount of Syndicate XP gains for the free daily chest. This is something that, if it depending on the cost, is something I would definitely advise people to get, as the Syndicate Research tree is incredibly powerful. So I would definitely advise people to get this if it isn't too expensive. So hopefully it won't be, and we'll show you in game. I will do another video probably later on today, I'd imagine, just to show you some of where all the in-game stuff is. But for the time being, we'll just do the overview on, obviously, from their update that they posted online. And then we got 2 new officers, as we've already said, and them 2 officers. We've got the first one, which is obviously, where is her name? Is it Tendi? Yeah. So this is going to be an epic officer, Tendi, now available from the epic officers, obviously. Below deck ability is going to be fix it right up, increases HP by X amount. Officer ability is going to be increase health of all officers by an X amount on the ship as well. And then we're going to have a Rutherford. He's going to be classed as a rare officer, and there's increases shield hit points by a certain amount, and increases mitigation by X amount as well. That he might work quite well on, say, something like an Enterprise, just due to the increased shield hit points. So that might work quite well on the Enterprise or something as a lower deck ability. So something to look forward to. But overall, we'll have to sort of wait and see what it's like in game. Again, if anyone gets these officers fairly quickly, again, please do send me some sort of gameplay or sort of updates to let me know how they perform. It would be obviously quite useful to know. The new missions, as always, so there's total of 32 new missions. If they're anything like the last missions, I believe they're going to be quite enjoyable, as the last ones were pretty decent. What have we got here? So there's the lower decks one, which is God Complex, which is levels 10 plus. You got the Scapegoat, which is level 25 plus. Then you're going to go into the original series, which is the Inmate, whatever that even means. But yeah, so level 51 plus. In Times of Trouble for level 25, and then Discovery, Swings, and Roundabouts is going to be level 35 plus. Then we're going to have Next Generation, and then this is Hustle Culture, which is for level 25 plus, and Unearthed for level 40 plus. I'm not entirely sure how they're going to work out these missions. I'm guessing you just select which ones you want to do, with obviously however many points you get from the battle pass and stuff like that. So I imagine you're not going to be able to select all of them. So choose wisely. Choose the ones that obviously you can complete, I would imagine, or maybe you can complete, in a sort of near future, if you want to obviously enjoy the missions. If not, then just go for the higher stuff, and eventually when you get there, the mission will be there ready for you. I guess that's an option you can go with. You got the battle pass, which comes with the generic stuff. Again, I'll show you the in-game version of that when the game actually goes back online, which I believe is in about just under 2 hours. So I'll show you later on today, though. Then we got avatars for Shax, Anthology, Dr. Tana, Rutherford the dog, Peanut Hamster, Tendy, and Totally Normal Dog, which will be relatively interesting. We've got frames for Peanut Hamster, Anthology again, Fisher Salvage, Discovery Section 31, and Tanner Ears, which again, the Section 31 stuff I'm quite interested in, so hopefully that looks kind of cool. We've got some one improvements, so they haven't done much improvements. They've done one, which is added an improvement where the shards required to unlock a refit are visible in the pop-ups. And then they've got a bunch of bug fixes, which we, to be honest, really won't go into too much. But they've fixed a few things that if you want to read, then there you go. You can sort of pause the video there and give a read of the bug fixes. But yeah, that's the entire arc itself. That's what it includes. They've sort of gone for pretty much every arc they've ever done, merged into one, bar the Borg stuff, and gave you obviously a few extra ships that obviously high level players, I presume, are calling out for. I don't know, because I don't really know anyone that's above level 50 at the moment, but maybe they are calling out for more ships. I mean, I see it as a positive anyway. I mean, I know they're high levels, but I see any added ships into the game as a positive, and these are going to be 3 new ships into the game, which for me is a win, regardless to whether I can get them or not as of yet, but eventually, hopefully. But yeah, overall, this sounds fairly decent. Hopefully, we can get an event store that's going to provide a lot of different features and things that you can potentially buy. I just hope that they don't overprice anything too much, which inevitably we all know that they will. But yeah, hopefully they release everything that's basically been from all of these different arcs. One thing that did sound promising, but now looking at it again, was the shard thing for the officers. Obviously, they've increased the Discovery recruit chest by 50%. Obviously, if you have the S31 Discovery refit, which is a really good thing to have, but obviously I personally think they need to increase the officers altogether, increase the amount of drop rates for them, because or the event drop rate and stuff like that, because at the moment it's a bit abysmal. But in terms of the freestyle materials, we'll talk about that more when we obviously get the game loaded and we have a look at the battle pass and stuff. As freestyle is hopefully, we're hoping to try and get that obviously released more and more, and try and get them to try and push freestyle onto us a bit more to make 4 and 5-star the more of the bottleneck as it should be, and freestyle should be obviously the more freely available things. But other than that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Fly safe.